this section?
Sure. I think I'm recording. It says I'm recording. Perfect. Okay, so a lot of people attended GoPro, and I want you, there's a few people that are going to be sharing, but if you attended GoPro in One Person Big Difference in the comments of this video, I want you to put in the comments your biggest takeaway, because there are so many great things that were said, and I know that it can bless so many people. So if you attended that event, make sure you go into One Person Big Difference on Facebook and put in the comments of this video the things that stuck out to you, the things that were transformational and you're going to implement into your business this next year. So Michelle Voris, I'm going to have her share her biggest takeaway from the event, because that woman, she kept us all in line. For the whole event, she made sure we all knew where we were supposed to be, when we were supposed to be there, kept taking notes for us in the Telegram group, let us know when breaks were ending and restarting. And oh my goodness, this girl's organizational skills are incredible. So I want her to share her biggest takeaway. And I'm not sure if I have to unmute you.
I think I can unmute.
Perfect.
Yep.
Go for it.
Yeah, so what I got from the event, I can share specifics about different speakers, but these are all my notes. Like, this huge notebook is full of things. And if I were to sum it all up, it would be that these are professionals and they are making money, and this is their lifestyle. And if we want to kind of apply the Grant Cardone 10X and the GoPro together, it's to treat it like a business and have a social media plan and know our ratios and have our, our calendars. Like, my family already knows my whole 2022 like non-negotiables, as well as I am mapping out what days I'm actually going to either drive to someone's house and sit with them, and we're going to invite people together, or we're going to meet at a restaurant and I'm going to share it. But I'm going to actually establish work hours, where I've never in 16 years done that before, where I'm going to map out my social media plan so that it's done. Some of us did Deb Erickson's event, and they talked about having a social media plan. You don't need to pay for an outside system. There's, systems that are, free to $10 that you can use. And just to really, really map it like a business. Like, if we want to be paid professionally, we have to treat it like a business. And one of the speakers said, "Don't be afraid of your light." And that really spoke to me. And I'm totally losing her name, Lisa Nichols. I got this today in the mail. It's my Tonka truck. And this is going to sit on my desk. And on the bottom, it says Michelle Voris 2021. And I'm going to put them every year. We get Christmas ornaments, but this year I decided to order this, and I'm going to just leave it on my desk to remind me that I'm super strong, and that no matter what life throws at me, that I can always get back up. And that and all of my clients know this, but my daughter graduates in 4 years. And so I'm not looking to be pro 12 tomorrow. I mean, I'm giving myself time to get to elite. And so I have a date on what promotions and what money I want to make. And then the other thing, I already did it this weekend, is I mapped out at every pro rank and then the Elite 7 what I'm going to do with that money. So I created a budget, and I figured out at $12,407 at Elite Pro 7 where I'm going to spend that money every month. So when you do that, it will come to you faster. Law of attraction says what you focus on is what you get. And so it's going to come faster because I've already made professional decisions. So just treat it like a business, and not, if you don't have the mindset, go get mindset training. If you don't have the Instagram skills, go to, I think it's called Udemy. There's today a $14 sale on Instagram training. Go get it today. It ends at midnight. So there's skills out there. If you don't have what you need, ask for it. Like, I volunteered to help with the 90-day run, which we're going to talk about. And I don't know how to lead you, but I'm going to learn from leaders. And I mean, don't take that wrong, I do know how, but I'm looking for leadership and mentorship myself. So I've asked for it. And so if you don't know how to do something, don't let that be your excuse. Let that be the reason why you do it. So that's what I got.
I love it. Oh my goodness, her organizational skills just make me so happy. Like, I just love it. That makes me giddy.
It is my God-given gift. So that's how I get to bless the team. So
I Love it. I love it. Susie, would you share your biggest takeaway? I know you were really involved in the group and all of that. So would you share yours?
Yeah, absolutely. And I second that again, Michelle. You just kept us moving together and sharing your notes with everybody, like the top phrases that stood out to you. And that was really helpful for the weekend. So we are so blessed by you. So thank you for that. And I, before I give you my biggest takeaway, I mean, there's so many. I have so many notes from GoPro. And I attended last year for the first time, the virtual event for the first time. And so this is my second time attending the virtual GoPro. And Lisa Nichols, you guys, Lisa Nichols pretty much paid for the registration fee alone this year. She was just on fire with every single thing that she said was spot on, and just made you think deeper and dig deeper. Jessie Lee, Boss Lee, she really, again, made us think a little bit deeper in regards to the average age of life, in women and in men, and really had us calculate how many walking days do you have left on this earth based on the average lifespan of a man and a woman. And so thinking like that and really dividing it up into even days, how many days do you have left to make a difference in this world, to really share this gift that we have with other people. So that was really powerful. Eric Worre, and I'm doing a couple little huge takeaways that I got. Eric Worre talked about stop thinking small, think bigger. That was a big recurring kind of takeaway from GoPro. But he asked us to, decide what we wanted to make and then double it and then double it again. So it was like our double. And if anybody knows, like, I just kept thinking of In-N-Out. I used to live in California and there's In-N-Out restaurant and they serve a double. And I'm just like, whoa, double. Like, what could you make if your double was doubled? What would that be? And dream bigger. And so that was a really big deal. The last thing that I want to share, it was just the branding. When I think it was Stormy Wellington was talking about branding, especially specifically maybe on social media. And the acronym she used was HEEM, HEEM. And then, so when you're thinking about posting on social media, you want to be, think about humility. That's the H. She talked about humility, unlocking the door to abundance, talking about educating. You want to educate your people that are watching you. Every day, educate the masses. Entertain, that's the second E. You want to entertain the people that you are sharing with on social media. And then M is motivate. Give people a reason to admire you and to aspire to be you. And that was really a big takeaway for me. That's what I got.
I love it. Oh my goodness. You were starting to talk and I was like, oh yeah, that was really good too. Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. Awesome. Okay, Amy, I want you to share your biggest takeaway. Your biggest takeaway from the GoPro event, because you guys, Amy and I, like, there was a couple different times where I think we sat on the phone for like an hour and 33 minutes on one of the breaks. And it was like horrible. I'll be completely honest. It was, I think, Saturday night, so 2 full days into it. And the emotions are like, you're just drained and all the things. And we came to very different conclusions. And I'm going to go into that next. But it is because of something she said to me. And I don't even know if that's one of her biggest things, but it's something she said to me that made me make a decision that I've never made in my entire life. And I'm actually shaking saying that. But Amy, would you share your biggest takeaway from GoPro?
I was going to go last.
Sorry.
You guys, first and foremost, we didn't have enough people there learning with us. That's the bottom line. Is this event, like Jill said, block out your calendar for all of LifeVantage's events. But this event, to me, if anybody genuinely wants to be professional in this industry, they have to be at Eric Worre's events. And my mentality was not even there going into it. And that is exactly why I needed to be there, because it kicked my butt. Like, it kicked my butt so hard. And last year, I remember shutting my computer down and feeling so defeated because I wasn't ready to commit. And this year, I'm like, I will not let another year go by. I am fed up with where I have been for 3 years. I am fed up with just playing mediocre and putting my family through the mill and having like, mommy has to work, but I don't really know where I'm going or how I'm going to get there. Like I am doing all this busy work, but I'm not actually showing the results. I've been plateaued for far too long. And I am just fed up with that. And so at the end of that this amazing, like learning from these people who have broken through that mindset barrier, who have broken the glass ceilings. I know how. And my husband said it. He's like, Amy, you could say verbatim all of the training that you learned today. You already know it. You didn't learn anything new. And it's kind of true. I can quote it all. And I think a lot of us become very professional learners, but we don't become professional action takers. We don't do the hard things. And so I've been really like, there's some just personal stuff that I've been pushing under the rug for far too long that I need to address, that I've been, through the 10X training and all that stuff. I know it's been teeing me up for it, but I really just need to get serious and like address certain things in our lives and how we do financial stuff, how I time block. Like I preach time blocking, but it needs to be better for me. And so I really, like Michelle, like I'm really structuring my days in a different format, and I'm recommitting before the new year. And that's really, really invaluable. And it has to be done. I have to treat this like a job so that this can become the business that I want it to be. And far too many of us just treat it like a business, like, oh, I'm my own CEO, so I can take a vacation whenever I want to, or I can put it down for 6 days, or I'm really busy right now, so I don't have to show up. And that excuse is not going to get you to where you want to go.
Oh, chills. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, there was a few people that made a pretty massive, huge commitment to Eric Worre's accelerator program. And I want them to share why and their aha moment of that's what they needed to do. And Danny, I know that you committed to the accelerator program, which you guys, we had our first meeting today, and it was amazing. I mean, like amazing. I am seeing Eric Worre just in one meeting at a different, as a completely different person even than what you see on the screen. And he's just so committed. And so Danny, what was your kind of aha moment, your kind of decision moment of why you chose to do that?
Wow. And what an incredible event. I'll tell you, I've been to 2 of these events live and now 2 online. And I've, like I was just telling my team, we were talking, I was, sharing my story, and I've had a few years of some real life challenges. Life has like thrown me down. And I'm still like that Tonka Troy, but it's been hard to get up. And I didn't know I was going to be doing this. I didn't expect this, but I joined up in the accelerator program. And as the 3 days went on, day 1, I was like, whoa, I'm really feeling this. And I'm thinking about it. Day 2, I'm seriously thinking about it. I mean, Jalen, we're talking about it in that group. There were so many good points that just resonated with me. And I'm flipping through my notes. Success is a decision, not a gift. And I have been picking myself up, dusting myself off, and I've gotten, I think, as far as I can go on my own. And now I need structure. I need someone to tell me what to do. I need accountability, and I need to make some changes because I am putting more time into my dead-end day job, which I had to take on because of my divorce, and not into my life balance. It already pays more than my day job, but I'm so out of balance. I got 80% of my time where I'm not making my profit or my dream. Like, it drains me, right? And it just, with this structure, it's a leap of faith. It's a huge leap of faith. And Eric Worre said, when you make change and you take a leap, you will be tested. You will be tested. And those tests are going to come, and with time or finances or judgment or whatever it is. But I know my mindset is set. I know this is the greatest company in the world. I know we have the most incredible products. We just on my call, it's our team call, had one of our new distributors talk about a customer with MS and these incredible results after a short period of time. I hope that's compliant. It's as compliant as I can get. And how can we not share this with people, right? So I want to become that leader. I want to inspire people. I want to learn this so I can take it back and teach others to do the same. And that's my gift. That's my gift back.
I love it. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. You gave me chills.
Thanks.
And oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I feel like I felt this all along. I feel like I've gone through these flat past few years of real challenge so that I can learn how to help someone else. I do. And this is all part of this. And there's so many good points, but I'll let someone else talk. But yeah, I am so excited to learn, to make the change. And you guys, I got goals and I'm so excited about December 2022 because we're going to have doubled and doubled and we're going for a double. Right?
I love it so much. Jennifer Bishop, are you on here? You're not on my first screen. Are you on here? Can you unmute and share? Is she here?
I was looking for her. I didn't see her.
You didn't see her.
I
Okay.
don't think she made it on.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, you guys, when I was, when I was going at GoPro, I was sitting there and I had told my family, and Kurt and I had talked about what this weekend would look like and set the expectations of how it would all look. And it didn't look anything like those expectations. And I'm so grateful because I was like, I don't want the kids around. I want to be focused, like all of these things. And my kids kept showing up. And it was the biggest blessing because when they were there, I was focused on what was happening in front of me. And I took 47 pages of notes. I will clarify, it's not like the biggest notebook in the world. So 47 pages is not a million, but it's a lot. And I was going through the weekend and there was a couple things that really stuck out to me. And I had no intention of doing Accelerator. And even up until Sunday, end of the night, I had no intention of doing Accelerator. Because I've never invested that kind of money into myself ever. But like Amy said, I will not be in this place in December 2022. My business will not be here. It will not. It's a massive investment, but success isn't an option. And I know that the accountability that creates is huge. And a big part of his accelerator program is the 90-day run. And you guys, something Emily Vavra said, inspired and transformed are very different from each other. I don't want anybody to walk away from a GoPro weekend or a LifeVantage event inspired. I mean, that's almost disgusting, in my opinion now. It wasn't a couple days ago, but for me to walk away from an event like what we just experienced and simply be inspired is not enough. It's not enough. Because inspired people, although they feel good for a period of time, maybe a day, maybe 10 minutes until they trip over their husband's shoes and sprain their ankle. Whatever it is, inspiration will only last for a short time, and it's only for you. It's only for you. There's a big difference between inspired and transformed, and I think that is what happened this weekend, was transformation. It's the difference between being here and being here. Inspiration leaves you here. Transformation moves you to a different spot in your business, right? Anyways, okay. the biggest thing with inspiration is I think, it's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday, the next day's Wednesday. I have a Christmas party on Tuesday. I have a Christmas party on Wednesday. It would be really easy to be inspired for a short period of time. But when you let the inspiration grow and you continue to forcefully focus, and that's what Accelerator's doing. I told Kurt when I went to bed last night, I might have complete buyer's remorse tomorrow morning. I might be freaking out and I might sleep horribly tonight. I don't know. You guys, I had the best night's sleep I think I've had in so long. And I woke up and I got in the shower and I was like, I am so excited. And every time I've left these events, I have left kind of drained and defeated and depleted and like overwhelmed with what to do next. And so Eric's doing the 90-day run, and we're going to be doing this in the greater One Person Big Difference group. But I want to explain why, because the why behind what you're doing is going to make you do something that you wouldn't naturally do on your own, right? Greatness in anything that you choose to do, greatness in being a parent, greatness in being an amazing wife, greatness in running a successful business, all requires a level of obsession. I am obsessed. I am obsessed with my God and what he tells me to do in raising my children and in being a wife to my husband. Those are my biggest callings in life right now, is to raise my children to love and glorify God. But I also am obsessed with changing the family God gave me and giving us freedom and legacy that we are not going to get anywhere else than from this business. So Eric was talking about these 90-day runs. I was like, 90 days is a long time. That's like a quarter of the year. It's a long time. And he was explaining his 90-day runs. And then he had a guy get on stage and explain his 90-day run, and that he only made it 56 days before he had to admit himself to the hospital because it was so intense and crazy. And I was like, why the heck would anyone want to do a 90-day run? Why would you ever want to do this to yourself? And then Eric said, okay, in my years in my business, I did 6 90-day runs. In his entire career, he did 6 90-day runs in his business. And those 6 90-day runs created $15 million in income. $15 million in income. I don't need to make no $15 million. And if God blesses me with $15 million, you can bet your butt half of it's going away. And it's going to people who need it more than I do. But you guys, that's what this can do. I am tired of being at the same rank I was 4 years ago. I'm tired of it. And I'm here to tell you, it's not fun to do 4 years of this. It's not fun to do a 90-day run, but I'm going to pick 90 days. I'm going to pick the 90-day run because 4 years is a lot worse. It's a lot worse. So next week, we are going to be going through what a 90-day run is. We're going to be breaking it all down for you. There is a Telegram group that Michelle Voris set up that's already there, that if you want to be a part of a 90-day run, it was added to the files today by Amy on what that is. But your assignment between today and the next time we meet, which is Monday, when we go over all the details of a 90-day run, your assignment is in Team Upward. I posted your 2020 goals, okay, or your KPIs, key performance indicators. And you want to set those for 2022, okay? And they're specific. So they're goals for you, goals you want for your team. And there are income goals, there's rank goals, there's all different kinds of stuff in that list. Go into that list and get with your mentor, get with your enroller, and go through that specifically with them between now and next Monday. Sound fair? That's your assignment to do between now and next Monday, because I'm here to tell you, whether you decide next week that you want to do a 90-day run in your business or not, having goals set is so important. People who have no goals aimlessly run all over the place. Yes, if you have questions, ask them in the comments of that post, and we can definitely get those questions answered. But never believe a prediction that doesn't empower you. Okay, when the promise of the future is clear, the price to pay is easy. When the promise of the future is clear, the price to pay is easy, and 90 days is easy if you know exactly what that's going to get you. Okay, and there are many times over the last weekend that I literally had to take thoughts and tell myself that is a lie and this is the truth. Probably 150,000 times over the weekend. Never believe a prediction that doesn't empower you. Just the thought that, okay, there was over 1,000 people in the accelerator group today. I'm thinking, who's to say, like, I'm not going to be the one that, or the many of ones that don't finish this or that don't succeed in this. And it's like, no, are you stinking kidding me right now? That's unacceptable talk. That's unacceptable. So set those goals. And next week, we're going to be talking about the 90-day run. We're going to start that on January 3rd as a group, as a big whole group going through that. And the people that are involved in the accelerator are getting one-on-one every single solitary day time with Eric Worre. He's going to be going through that with us day by day by day by day by day for 90 days. And we're going to be passing what we are learning on to you guys in that group, okay? And doing everything in our power that if you want to build your business in 90 days, set those goals, and we can walk through all of that. So I think there was a few questions. Amy, were there questions?
The only thing I want to say too is if you feel any sense of missing out from this weekend, don't beat yourself up from it, but show up every week and commit to this call every week, because you're going to get the drippings from this weekend for free, your time commitment. The other thing is the tickets for GoPro for 2022. It's going to be the first weekend, the first Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you can put that on your calendar if you're like, you know what, a year from now, I don't want to be stuck again. I don't want to be in this position a year from now. And if I am, I sure as heck am showing up to something that's going to push me over the edge, right? If that is you.
It's December 2nd through the 4th of 2022.
2nd, 3rd, and 4th. If that is you sitting there right now and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I just didn't prioritize it. Make the commitment tonight, because the tickets right now are still $97. And tomorrow it is going up to $197. So I'm just challenging you. Events are important. We survive in this business from event to event. We do not make it if we don't commit to events. So if you're not in it to become a professional, release yourself. If you are and you want to make life changes, like drastic life changes, commit to the GoPro. Okay.
Yes. And Michelle posted the link in the comments. And the only reason it was extended another 24 hours was because he crashed the internet yesterday. And so people couldn't get their tickets ordered. So he gave another 24 hours. So it's $97 through tonight. And that link is GoPro2022.com. Okay, GoPro2022.com. And it's $97 tomorrow. It will be $197 for that. So love you all.
The last thing I want to say is do not go through this week and fail to promote to next week. If you think somebody else needs this 90-day program, make sure they are committed to the next week's call so they get all of those details. And the only way they'll be prepared is if they do their goals that Jillian just told you about. Make sure they do it. Love you all.
And that is in the One Person Big Difference Facebook group under files. Okay. Love you all. Thank you for sharing all your takeaways from GoPro. Go in the comments and put all of your takeaways in there. Love you all. Bye.
Thanks. Great job.